Okay, hello all you crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite, and some insects are making a very loud noise outside my window, and I am sitting here with my window open, and I should probably close that. Give me a moment. Alright, I did not even notice that in the first video that I recorded today, the one with the silver and the Claire battle and Lance and the tag battle and all that. And I really hope it wasn't a problem, because it's going to be a little awkward if there's just a constant buzzing in the background of my voice. Let's see. So I have gone and called up 16 gym leaders between Johto and Kanto. 16, count them. 3, 4, 8, 9. Right? Oh no, you're the master. Okay, I was confused. I was like, what gym leader are you? You are not in fact a gym leader. Have anything to say? That's nice. Another 4 over here and another 4. So there are 16 gym leaders in this one room, which is very nice. And I'm going to be taking them on one by one. Starting with the first, Falkner. Hi, I've been waiting for you. It's a pleasure to be able to battle you again. Right back at you, buddy. Alright, so we're going to be fighting Falkner for the second time. You can challenge these gym leaders as many times as you want. You just have to call them up again on the telephone, on the cellular telephone. Whenever they're available, and they'll just come right back to the fighting dojo. That is a Staraptor, and that is a Staraptor cutting Hercules' attack, and I had a strategy that I wanted to employ in this fight. Except I thought somebody else was going to be leading off this fight. And they put out Hercules as bait. And that's not who he's leading off, so that all goes out the window. I'm gonna switch over to Gemini and just stop wasting time. Alright, for whatever reason, I had it in my head that Honchkrow was leading off, and Honchkrow's only attacking moves are Dark type, and plus a Thunder Wave. And I was hoping that Honchkrow would decide to use Thunder Wave on Hercules, and I would switch out to Gemini, and Gemini would get the boost from the whatever the move is. The ability, Motor Drive, and then Gemini would just be able to go to town, but that was not what happened. Instead, Staraptor, level 50, U-turn, close combat, Brave Bird, and Attractor your abilities. One of those is not like the other, and Intimidate for your ability, as you said. Did I say the moves are the abilities? No, they're the moves. Anyway, split experience, that's okay, I guess. Gemini grew to level 55. Gemini does have the choice specs. I don't think it's something I'm going to need. None of the Pokemon that Falkner has right now are especially defensive, and they're not actually all that strong. Most of them, mid-level 50s. Swellow, level 52, protects Double Team, Facade, and Endeavor. And Double Team, yeah, we know what I think about that. Swellow is probably one of my favorite competitive Pokemon. Because you have Guts for the ability, and you're carrying the Flame Orb. You have Facade as a move, which doubles in power if you're afflicted by a major status, which Burn happens to be counted as. The Guts ability raises your offense if you're afflicted by a major status, which Burn happens to be accounted as. And it does quite a lot of damage to things that generally don't expect it, because you think Swellow, you think Tailo, you think an early, easy flying type, and it hits pretty hard if you're not defending against it properly. Anyway, Honchkrow, which is what I thought you were leading off with for reasons that I do not understand, because clearly you are not. Dark Pulse, Night Slash, Sucker Punch, Thunder Wave, Insomnia is your ability, so you will not be put to sleep. Alright. My Swellow tended to have the Toxic Orb in competitive play. I don't know why, other than that I already had a Toxic Orb for other purposes, and I was too lazy to go and grind up BP to get the Flame Orb. I think the Flame Orb is actually better, because the damage that it does not stack up over time the way the Toxic Orb damage does. With Toxic Poison. But oh well. It never screwed me over in any major way, so Pelipper, level 48, you're not even level 50. Surf, Ice Beam, Hidden Power, Tailwind, you are level 48, right? Because that's what my notes said. And they've been known to be wrong before, but the NPC trainers, AI trainers in this game have also been known to be slightly underpowered before, so who knows. Noctowl, level 52, Air Slash, Shadow Ball, Feather Dance, Roost. Not scary in the slightest. I guess the Air Slash and the Shadow Ball are nothing, but you, of all things, managed to survive the discharge. I had the choice specs on Gemini, by the way. Did I mention that? I forget if I mentioned having the choice specs on Gemini before. You're probably gonna heal. You're gonna heal. Alright, so this isn't going quite as fast as I was hoping it would. Gemini is going to use just Discharge. Noctowl is going to probably go down to about the same amount of health as it did the first time. Yeah, there we go. Paralyzed, that's nice. I don't really care. Discharge again. You have another full restore. Okay, that's 2. Some important trainers do indeed have 2 healing items. Did Silver? I think Silver only had the 1 full restore. I know the Champion and the Elite 4 members tend to have 2. Come on, I can do this all day. Yeah, I can paralyze you all day as well. As long as you don't do that like 6 more times, because I only have 8 power points in discharge, and I'm locked into it thanks to the choice specs. Alright. Noctowl went down. And Gemini gained experience, and you are sending in Pidgeot. Okay, I can deal with a Pidgeot. Pidgeot, level 56, who is more or less, if he has one, Falkner's mascot. Return, Double Team, Swagger, and Roost are your moves. Keen Eye is your ability, so I can't use Flash. Not that I would. Because I don't like Flash. I think I brought this up earlier in the game. It's not the worst move in-game, because the AI tends to not switch out when they're afflicted by status down, the way a competitive human would. Let's see, that is a level for Gemini. Very nice. But it's still pure RNG, which I'm not really a fan of. It's still a long way to become the best trainer, and you're gonna run off. And I'm gonna run off too, because I need to heal. BRB. To an extent, all moves in Pokemon have a degree of random number generation, and then because of the variation that almost all moves do in damage, I think it's a margin of error of like 15%. Anyway, Bugsy! Good to see you again, sir. Behold my bug research. Alright. Research time. So Bugsy is the master of bug types. I'm thinking, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to handle this, but I'm thinking I'm going to do 3 gym leader rematch trainers per video for the first 15, and then Blue is kind of special because he's got a stronger team than everybody else. Let's see, do I need a Sunny Day advantage? I don't think I need a Sunny Day advantage. I'm just gonna come out hitting hard with the Lava Plume and see what happens. Scissor, level 56, X-Scissor, Sword Stance, Bullet Punch, and Superpower. Arguably your strongest Pokemon, so unlike Falkner, you are leading with your strongest Pokemon instead of concluding with it. Unfortunately for you, and it works out for me, but Scissor is 4 times weak to fire, so... That's, It's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. I was trying to think of something to say about that, an expression to use, and cookies are the best thing I was able to say about it. The most accurate, appropriate thing I was able to say about it, anyway. Also, Scissor has the Technician ability, so Bullet Punch is going to be doing extra damage, because it's a weaker move, and it's holding the Citrus Berry. Yanmega! Which I'm almost, like, forgetting about. Level 52, Bug Buzz, Air Slash, Detect, and Ancient Power. I'm surprised you didn't use Detect there, because that's what, if a in-game monster knows the move Detect, it almost always uses it. Fortunately, this Yanmega has Tinted Lens for the ability instead of a Speed Boost. And if Speed Boost was the case, that would make things a little bit harder had it decided to use Detect, but that's not what happened. Tinted Lens, that reduces the damage taken by super effective moves, does it not? And I was still able to one-hit KO with Lava Plume. Heracross! Yeah, I was hoping I would be able to one-hit KO you for that exact reason. And, okay, that hurt. Heracross, level 54. Megahorn, Counter, Stone Edge, Close Combat, Guts is your ability. So if, like the Swallow earlier, if you're afflicted by a major status, you will be doing extra damage. So it's a really good thing Lava Plume did not burn there, otherwise Stone Edge would have finished me off. Bug Fighting type. I really want to use a Heracross one day. I'm pretty sure I've, like, nerded about that earlier. Pinsir's up next. Heracross is a really cool looking Pokemon that I've never used in-game or competitively, and I just want to one day. That day is yet to come. Let's see, I can keep doing this. Pinsir! Level 55, almost as beefy as Heracross. X-Scissor, Rock Tomb, Earthquake, Guillotine. Guillotine doesn't count. Mold Break is your ability, so if something has Levitate, it can still be hit by Earthquake and related moves. I don't think there are any abilities that block X-Scissor or Earthquake. I guess Guillotine could be blocked by Sturdy in this generation. I don't know if Mold Breaker actually takes that into account, though. Vespiquen. Let's see. Why am I even debating this with myself? You're staying in. Vespiquen, level 52. Attack Order, Defend Order, Protect, and Confuse Ray. Very gimmicky Pokemon. Pressure is your ability, and you have a Citrus Berry. Thank you for doing what Yanmega did not. I guess we can PP stall me or something like that, considering that you have the pressure ability. Let's see, this should take you down, because if you don't have a defend order up, Vespiquen is really a paper bag as much as anyone. Yeah. Bees. I wish Vespiquen is better. I like the idea of a Queen Bee Pokemon. Anyway, lastly, Shedinja is not holding a Focus Sash. X-Scissor, Shadow Sneak, Swagger, and Toxic. For those of you unaware, Shedinja's gimmick is that it has exactly 1 point of health. And it will only ever have 1 point of health. It does not, it is the only Pokemon in the Pokedex that does not use the stat calculation equation for any of its stats. No matter what level it is, no matter how many EVs it has, no matter what IVs it has, it will only ever have 1 Pokemon. Its ability is Wonder Guard, meaning that it can only be hit by super effective attacks, at least directly. It can still take damage from status like Burn and Poison and such. It's a very gimmicky Pokemon. That's another one that I wish was better. Do you want a rematch? Good evening. Alright, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to record the remaining trainer battle rematches who've been calling me randomly. I think we're past the point where that's going to be an interesting battle, although, to be fair, the same could kind of be said for some of these gym leader battles. Alright, hopefully they'll get more interesting soon. I know at least a couple of them will be, because I looked at the teams before I started doing this. Whitney! I never break my promises! I never break my promises! Are you ready? I sure am! Alright, Whitney, master of normal types. Relatively speaking. Some of the Pokemon that you have are interesting, and I'll talk about those later. Giraffreg is leading off, and Giraffreg is the one who I was hoping would not be leading off. Because I decided to put Hercules out in the first slot in my party. Let's see, you are weak to Dark and Bug, and that's it. And I don't have any Dark Bug in my team, so I'm just going to have to hit you with neutral attacks and hope that it works out. What do you have? I think I have Calm Mind, which I could just spam, and I have Grass Knot. I don't know how heavy Giraffreg is. You'd think Giraffreg would be pretty heavy because giraffes are pretty big animals, but I don't seem to remember Giraffreg being on the heavier side of Pokemon. You're gonna use Psychic. I guess this is like the one Pokemon that a Gengar with Dark Pulse and Shadow Ball both would have the advantage against, because you can't be hit by Shadow Ball, but you can be hit by Dark Pulse. That's in no... Oh, come on, you have Shadow Ball as well. That's in no way really worth having Dark Pulse on a Gengar, but whatever. Alright, I should probably read your moves, because you decided to attack me. That was a mistake. You have Calm Mind, Baton Pass, Shadow Ball, and Psychic. Your ability is Inner Focus. So that's fairly decent coverage between Shadow Ball and Psychic. I don't think it's perfect neutral coverage. It leaves out Steel, most notably. But it's decent against the traditionally special Pokemon. What does Gengar have? I have Psychic and Thunderbolt. I guess I could see how Thunderbolt works out for me. I have the level advantage, slightly. And the special attack advantage, slightly. Thunderbolt. It should at least do as much damage as Grass Knot. Excellent, there goes Giraffreg. Okay. Let's see. Hercules gained experience, Sagittario gained experience. Whitney is going to send in Clefable. I will be switching Pokemon. I'm going to bring in Hercules and just let Hercules do the whole Hulk Smash thing for the rest of this fight. Clefable! My notes are wrong. It says you're a fairy type because the data files that I pulled the information about the Pokemon from are have Gen 6 information, and I need Gen 4 information. I'm gonna have to correct that as well. You have Calm Mind, which you just used, and will not be helping you at all. Fire Blast, Thunder, and Blizzard. So you'll note the elemental triad of moves that you have. Fire Blast, Thunderbolt, and Blizzard. Magic Guard is your ability, so no damage from yeah, why not, right? No damage from residual effects for you. And no hold item. Alright, I can just... You underestimate how long I can do this. I can just keep hitting stuff with Revenge pretty much all day. It's got a fair number of power points, and it's Stab. Actually, it doesn't have as many power points as some other moves. And it's, same type attack bonus. And should you decide to actually damage me, it will be doubling in power once again. Alright, Earthquake, Clefable, goodbye. Clefable's not the only Pokemon with an elemental triad of moves. You also have Miltank, who is not the other Pokemon who I was thinking of. Miltank does not even have rollout, it seems. Cool. So you exist purely to annoy me. You're not even here to, like, dish out damage with rollout. Alright, I can deal with that. You're gonna use Body Slam, which is what I was thinking of, what I had in mind when I said annoying. Please don't paralyze. It's gonna paralyze. It didn't paralyze. Although it would have activated my Guts ability, which would have raised my attack even more. Alright, Miltank. You have Body Slam, as you saw, Attract, because we didn't get enough of that in the gym battle, Rest, and Sleep Talk. You have Scrappy for your ability, and you have a Lumberry, meaning that the first time you use Rest, it's basically free. Okay. That's enough to put Hercules to level 55. Scrappy will allow, slow down, Dragonite. Scrappy will allow Miltank to hit Ghost-type moves with Body Slam, by the way, in case you were wondering. Licky Licky, the other Elemental Triad Pokemon. Level 50. Ring Out, which does more damage the more HP you have, and it does less damage the less HP you have, and it's not actually that good, because it's not that easy to finish something off with. I don't know why you don't know Body Slam as well. I'm pretty sure Licky Licky can learn Body Slam. Anyway, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam are your moves. Again, with the Triad. Own Tempo is your ability, so you can't be confused. No hold item. Alright. Neither of your elemental Pokemon really got to show off their their attacks there, did they, Whitney? Bibarel! Or Bibarel, I think it's Bibarel. Because the joke is barrel, and it's a water type, and, like, water barrel. Whatever. Double Team, Surf, Charge Beam, and Ice Beam. You are not going to use Double Team, which I am quite pleased by. You instead decided to use Surf, which did me damage. And I will be hitting you with Revenge, which will be doing you damage. And it will be taking you down, because you're a Bibarel, and none of your defense stats are all that exciting. Simple is your ability, so should you have decided to use Double Team, it would have gone up by, I think, 4 stages instead of 2, which is, yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that. Let's, I'm gonna switch out. No soups for me. Oh, wait, no, hey, I said switch out. I didn't say stay in, I said stay in, didn't I? Okay, Whitney, just one left. You ain't losing. Until I say you're losing. I don't know why you're bringing out Delcatty last, and you'll see why I say that shortly. You don't have anything that can hit a Ghost type. Alright, Delcatty's moves are, Fake Out, Baton Pass, Assist, and Calm Mind. Calm Mind is what you're going to be using. I don't know, well, you can't, Calm Mind is of no use to you. Yes, it is. I'm just realizing why now, because you have Assist, which can pull a random move from some other teammate that you have, which, if it's a damaging move, maybe Surf, Charge Beam, Ice Beam, Fire Blast, Thunder, Blizzard, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, or Psychic. Or, I guess, Body Slam and Sleep Talk, but Sleep Talk doesn't count. And your ability is Normalized, which means that any move that you use will be a normal type. So I think that Calm Mind was actually not any use to you, because I'm a Ghost type. Alright, I'm overthinking this. Let's just act. Psychic, because I feel like I already used Thunderbolt. You have Assist, I mean, no, not Assist. You have Baton Pass, which can be used to pass the Calm Mind bonuses off to other teammates. Perhaps one of the attackers, Girafarig, or Licky Licky, or Bibarel, or Clefable, perhaps. But you decided to use Calm Mind, so Psychic is going to be doing progressively less damage. Okay, why not? I didn't notice that, did I? Alright, you're going to use Assist, and that is going to pull Double Team. Of all the moves you could have pulled from Assist, why did it have to be Double Team? Alright. This might be a little bit of a long battle. I don't think you've used any healing moves yet. I may want to just switch out to somebody else. Critical hit, please. That'll be a really good time for a critical hit. 2 for 2 on Double Team. Alright. Does Double Team raise evasion by 2 stages or 1 stage? I think it's 2 stages. It might be 1 stage. I think it would have said something if it raised it by 2 stages, though. I thought it was 2 stages. Maybe it's not. Alright, so, Bibarel's Double Team with a simple ability still would have been devastating because, raising evasion by any number of stages is just something else, but it might not have been quite as bad as I thought. You're gonna use Calm Mind again. Fake Out is your one attacking move, natively, which you can't use. You're gonna just hope that you can hit me with Assist of some sort, aren't you? And of course it's Surf. Because you have how many teammates to pull moves from? And of course it's Surf. Oh, right, normalize. Yeah, turn that into a normal type move. So the 4 times super effective got turned into 2 times not very effective. Thanks. Alright, in that case, I can just sit here spamming Earthquake until it hits. And I will sit here spamming Earthquake until it hits. It's funny to see Charge Beam being used on me. Not that it's gonna really help. Come on. Alright, whatever you say. Yeah, Delcatty could be a good Pokemon, but unfortunately the normalize ability is, as you can see, it's a little easy to get walled. I feel like Delcatty could be a really interesting Pokemon to use if it didn't have such a bad ability. Does it even know another ability? I don't even know if it does. Alright, seriously. Body Slam. Physical move. Yeah. No paralysis. No paralysis. No paralysis. How long can you keep spamming assist? Long time, apparently. You're gonna use Ice Beam. Okay. That should be doing about as much damage as everything else. I think I'll survive that. I did not survive that. That was a critical hit. I don't know if that was relevant or not. Alright, so, yeah. Could have gone better. Do I want to hope to burn you? And just stall with Lava Plume? I also have Confusion, which would slow you down. Alright, that hit, thank God. Burn! No! Bad. Come on, don't use... Okay, you can use Ring Out. It'll do damage, but not a lot, I don't think. It's a physical move, right? Oh no, it's a special move. Okay, sure, yes, Flame Body. Okay, well, I got the burn off one way or another. I think my best bet is to headbutt flinch you. Ooh, 2 for 2 on hitting you. You have 3 double teams up, don't you? I think you have 3 double teams up. Have you used a healing item yet? Screw off. Was I giving you a hard time earlier about like, do I have any X accuracies? I won't use them immediately because I need to heal first, but I have a couple turns. X accuracies. I have X accuracies. I'm gonna spam X items. Guard Spec is for critical hits, right? Oh, prevent stacked modifications. Dire Hit is for critical hits. Alright, I need to heal. Because I don't want to see you use Ring Out again, or Surf, or any of the Electric type moves, or any of the Ghost type moves, or any of the Psychic type moves. I want to get this over with. I was just giving Delcatty a hard time about not being very good, too. Alright, well... See, if I didn't use Gengar, and if I realized you were going to set up Calm Mines... I could have brought in Golem instead, and this would have gone very differently. You're fast asleep. I think you have between 0 and 2 turns left on that. I think. I'm gonna land a Confuse Ray to slow you down for at least a couple of turns. And you're gonna wake up. And you're gonna use Assist. And you're going to use a move that's not very effective. Okay. If you freeze me, I'm gonna laugh and then scream. That was a little bit terrifying. Okay, I said headbutt flinch. Confuse flinching. Is there a word for the headbutt and the flinch and confusion combination? Because I know there's para flinching if you were to get off of paralysis. Good. Alright, I can try to burn you again. I'll try and burn you again. We're playing the status game here. Whitney. Ooh, critical hit. Alright, thank you. Alright, I guess the game decided that it had had enough of just sitting here watching nothing happen. Thank you, game. So, that is Shell Bell recovery, and Whitney... That is it for Whitney, isn't it? That is it for Whitney. Okay, I wasn't sure if I'd taken down Licky Licky yet. That was something. You really are strong, but I won't lose next time. Have fun with that. I am going to talk to Hamster Huey. How are you? Well, That's a matter of opinion. They're too energetic, Poliwhirl especially. Okay, that's great. Have fun with that, Hamster Huey. I'm gonna end this off here. So, in the next part, next 3 Johto Gym Leader battles. That would be, I guess, because I don't know their names, Morty, Janine, and, what's his name, Chuck, is who I'm gonna be fighting next time. My name is Dragonite, and I will see you all later.